The deadline in this sector for voluntary presentation at the experimental center is 6 o'clock.
You're supposed to be an artist. Use your imagination.
Oh, thanks a lot. I'm all out.
What's happening, everybody? I hope everyone had a good weekend. Shelton J, Think About It Radio. And this is our first segment of Monday Mondays. I got my special guest with me tonight. This is Miss Reathia Davis, the owner of Viision Credit Services, affiliated with FES. And I'm going to let her introduce herself a little bit further. How you doing tonight, young lady?
Oh, I'm doing good. What's up?
That's exactly what I want.
Money Mondays gonna get your money right for 2017.
Can you dig it? That's what I'm talking about. That's
right.
We were going to bring this segment last week, and there was a medical issue that came up, and we're happy everything is okay, everything is good, and we're on the other side of it. So we apologize for making you guys have to wait, but we're gonna make it worth it. We're gonna make the wait worth it, and we're gonna give you guys some valuable information that you can chew on and marinate on, and share with the people that you deal with, and also look forward to the next show. Can you dig it?
Can dig it.
Miss Davis, elaborate on your company and what you do and what you can help the people with on these Money Mondays that we're going to be bringing to the table.
Okay. So today we're going to talk about your credit report errors and how that really affects your credit score and some of the myths that people have about their credit score. With Viision Credit Service, we're affiliated with Financial Education Service, and we basically, the core of the business is credit restoration. But we do have several different items that go with it's not just the credit restoration, the credit builder. We have like the money, the My Care plan, FES Debt Zero, which teaches you how to get out of debt. You have the smart credit, the credit attorneys, credit builders. So there's several different items that we offer in addition to our credit repair.
That's good. Gives people options, and options are a good thing for people to have.
Right. Exactly.
Mm-hmm. I like that. Now, you spoke on in reference to the errors on credit reports. What are some of the common things that you see in that particular area as far as the mistakes that are on the credit report? Some of the main things that you see.
Right, like some of the common causes of credit report errors is one of the main one is identity theft. And for the past several years, it's been one of the fast growing crimes in America. That someone can unlawfully attain your personal information and open credit accounts in your name.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've seen it.
And with FES, we do have LifeLock that is part of your service that we offer to help with identity theft.
Okay. I like that.
Then we also have like another one of the main causes is mixed credit files. Two people with the same name that may have, cross data in between their accounts or whatever. Like sometimes with a junior or a senior, and sometimes the juniors dropped off or the seniors dropped off or a common name like John Smith. So that's a lot of, that's also one of the common causes of credit report errors.
Okay. Now, what can someone do if they notice these kind of errors? What are some of the ways they can, they can eradicate some of that?
A lot of it would be disputing it. That's not them. It's not their account, and that's what our credit repair service. Once you dispute, that's one of the main things that we'll do. When you send in your information to the credit bureaus, we get your identity as far as like your proof of identity to show who you are and, submit it. And it can be, sometimes it can be real simple, and sometimes it may take our credit attorneys to assist you with helping getting it off. And that credit attorney is included with your payment of the $87 a month. So you don't have to go out and try to get an attorney to help get that information, help get that off your credit report, because that's part of the services that we offer as well.
Okay, with the 87, that's a part of it. And now with that gives a whole credit scrub, if you will, right? So they do it in evaluation. So say if someone was if someone was interested, right? They would contact you guys. You guys would do a credit scrub, if you will, to assess their situation and then see how long they would need the services for. Am I correct?
Well, the way that it works is that once they sign up in the program, what they would do is they immediately have access to their email. They have access to the website, and they will receive their login and a password, and they can get in. And then what they would do is put in their information to get their credit report. And once they do that, once they fill out all that information that is needed, with our credit service, what they do is that they send them the letters and dispute letters, and what they will do is send it to the to the client, and then once the client receives it, they will mail it out to the credit bureaus, and then it takes about 45 days for a response to come back from getting a revised credit report. And once they do that, we ask them to at least stay in the program for at least 5 to 6 months to see, results.
That's what I was
You're going to see results the first 45 days, but for best results, we ask that you stay in for at least 5 to 6 months.
Yeah, you answered my question. You read my mind, because that's exactly what I was going to ask. Typically, how long do people normally stay in the program to where they see the results that they're looking for?
Right. It's approximately about 5 to 6 months, depending on what's all on their credit. And how long, and also because it's an interactive process, so it depends on the time frame is based on the client. So if you get your credit report from the credit bureaus from your dispute, they got to interact and they got to get all the documentation, back to SES. And once they get the information back, then they'll start their second set of disputes, and then they'll send them to them in the mail. And once they get them in the mail, then they have to send them out to the credit bureau. So a lot of times people will say, oh, well, it's been 30, 45 days, but it took you 28 days to send your letters out. So it's an interaction process as well.
So basically, even though there's a lot of promises, right? There's a lot of information out here that says there's a quick fix. We can guarantee this. We can do this. We can do that. So basically what you're saying, there's no quick fixes with this thing, right? There's going to take patience.
No, there's no quick fix. You didn't get a quick fix to get in this situation, and There won't be a quick fix to get out of it.
So it takes patience.
That is correct.
Do you find that people are very excited when they first get into it and they see some of the results and then they lose steam or lose excitement? Or do you find that once they see those results and start seeing some things coming off and seeing some improvement, they actually get more excited and want to get more involved?
I see a little bit of both on both sides of it.
Okay.
You'll see those that they'll get their first set of disputes, and you'll see a lot of deleted items on there, and they're all excited. And you'll see their credit score go up, to a point to where they've never seen it before, and they're all excited. But the process doesn't stop there. There's going to be a second set of disputes that's going to go out to help their credit score go up more and to get some more of that inaccurate stuff off the credit reports that they have. And then you have some that the first round is not successful as another individual, where maybe the first round they only got 2 or 3 items off, to where someone else may have gotten 10 or 12 off, and then the second dispute goes out and they may get more off at that time. So each individual is different. Mm-hmm. So it's not like a timeline, oh, you're going to get this amount off and it's going to go up to X, Y, and Z to 800, 700, your first dispute. It is a process, and each individual is different.
Yeah, so every case is different. Every case is different. I like that. I mean,
That is-
because
that is correct.
and that's the true. That's very true. That every person's case is different because everybody's credit score is it has some bad information that's old and then some bad information that's recent. So you're right. It's not a one size fit all type deal. But in this realm of credit and competition, with there's being so many credit companies out here, what makes Divine Credit? What makes you stand out amongst all the other people that's saying I can fix credit, I can do all this as well, or I can help you? What makes you stand out?
Well, first of all, with Divine Credit, again, we're affiliated with Financial Education
Yes, ma'am.
Service. We are affiliated. We have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. With our services, with, like I said, from other companies that they have, we do a hardcore dispute. So meaning that all three credit bureaus are addressed at the same time versus some other companies, they do one bureau at a time. So that makes their payment, their process a little bit longer, because once they finish with one credit bureau, then they start with the next one.
Mm-hmm.
And again, like I said, with us, we do all three at the same time.
You cut that time
And
down.
like I said, yeah, and with the $87, all the different services that go with it. Once we get you where you want to go, as far as your credit, then we have services that'll help you stay focused to where you will be on track and not get your credit back in the situation that you were in before.
Mm-hmm. You're right. And that happens. I've seen in cases where I've had conversations with people in reference to where their credit got well. They went through a bankruptcy or something to that degree, right? So then you run in and you look at it. Now all of a sudden they got right back into the bad habits again. So I think it's also even with repairing credit and putting those things in place, I think also is that not just get it fixed, but also like keep it fixed, right? And then it establishes some habits. So I like the fact that how you guys involve them in the process, sending the dispute letters, actually looking at the report and taking some ownership of the situation, because as we stated earlier, it took you to ruin it. It took negative things or divorces or whatever, but you still have to take ownership of it to want to repair it. And then I think you appreciate it a lot more.
That is correct.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Yeah.
And then, like with one of our other features, we have what's called the FES Debt Zero.
Okay.
And with the FES Debt Zero, it doesn't require any no extra income, no line of credit. There's no refinancing, no consolidation, no change in the lifestyle. Because I know a lot of people when they think of like Debt Zero, they think of like consolidating their bills. Mm-hmm. But basically, how our Debt Zero works is that there is a program inside the app on the web page that you're given, their portal. They'll add their debts, their liabilities, and rank put them all, rank them how they want them in order as far as how they want to pay them down. And then what they do is they take that into consideration with the current amount of money that they're paying toward the accounts now, and the Debt Zero attacks the first obligation, and then it dispenses the payment amount, in the next few lines that's on their portal for them to look at, and it just helps them, show them what they need to pay, how much they'll need to pay to get it how they want it, and they'll go in the portal and set it up themselves on what they want to pay down, how much they want to get, how long they want to take to get it done. And then what it does is it teaches them, once you get one paid off, then the money that you were actually paying on a previous account, you take that money now and you put it on another account on top of your monthly payment that you were paying to get that one paid off. And then the cycle just keeps going until you get them all paid off.
Like a debt snowball, if you will.
Huh?
like a debt snowball, right? A dip, what's it? A dip snowball. Like you just getting, let's say dipped. I got to talk proper. Dipped. Is it dip? With debt, that's what you call it. It's a debt snowball. You're right, and I like that. I like that particular idea though, because you take the money that that you're saving from not having that other bill, adding that, and just let it just build from there. Then now, eventually.